Welcome back to Keys to Product Creation Success. And in this video, we are going to be talking about the 8 numbers that you must track as an internet marketer, in particular a product creator. Now, naturally, you are not necessarily tracking, numbers that would you associate with accounting and a traditional business. I mean, you don't have a brick and mortar business, and you don't have things like depreciation, but there is a minimal number of statistics that you need to keep track of in order to make good decisions about your product creation business. Now, one thing that you'll want to keep track of is the number of new subscribers you are getting and how much and how often that you're getting them. You want to make sure that you understand where they're coming from. You want to make sure that you understand how well your opt-in, your squeeze pages are converting visitors into new subscribers. So you should be keeping track of this number. Wherever those new subscribers are coming from, make sure that you understand the number that you're getting on a daily basis, monthly basis, weekly basis, so that you can increase your activity in order to get more. The lifeblood of your business is going to be new subscribers who will want to buy your products and services. You want to keep track of the affiliates that made sales for you. Now, that means that when your affiliates have requests and they have launches, the people that are really making sales for you, the people that are really going all out for you to make your product launch happen, who are basically bringing you leads by promoting your product, you want to make sure that you do everything you can to help them to make more money. Right, so when they have a request, when they want to talk about things, when they need your help, make sure that you build relationships with the people that are making sales for you. Now, that doesn't mean that because a new marketer hasn't made sales for you that you don't talk to them at all. But the people that are making sales for you, you want to build relationships with them and keep track of them so that you know who it is that you are going to, let's say, speak to first. You want to make sure that you're talking to the people when you even think about having a launch. You want to make sure you're reaching out to the people who make sales. So keep track of those affiliates that are making sales for you. Keep track of the number of visitors to your site, in particular your sales page. This is your conversion rate. Now, often what people are going to do, they're going to send people to a bonus page first, but you want to keep track of how well your site is converting. Because if your site's not converting, you need to change the copy. Maybe you need to change something so that your affiliates can make more sales. But keep track of the number of visitors that are coming to your site and also the number of sales that you make. Now, it's not just enough to keep track of the amount of money you're making, number of sales you're making. You want to keep track of those numbers in context or in relation to the number of visitors to your site. Right? This is very important. This is where you're going to be determining what your conversion rate is. Keep track of the number of people who are opening your emails. This is where you are going to determine whether or not your email copy is working, right? Because if you're getting new subscribers but your emails are turning people off, you need to change the way you write emails, right? So keep track of the number of email opens you're getting. Keep track of them in relation to the number of people that are subscribing to your list. It's a percentage you want to keep track of. Keep track of the number of people who are clicking through. Once again, it is an indication of your email copy, right? Or maybe it is an indication of the offers that you are picking, or it is an indication of the kind of products you are creating. If you can't get people interested enough to click your links, you're going to make a minimal amount of money. Keep track of these things. The earnings per click. So in other words, how much money are you making every time somebody clicks a link? This is an indication, again, of how good your offer is. It's an indication of how well you are doing in terms of getting the right traffic in front of your offer. So earnings per click is going to be very important. It's also going to be very important to your affiliates. They want to know that you're getting a high earnings per click. Now, of course, there are ways that you can control that number, that you can lessen the impact if you're having a bad sale. But at the end of the day, affiliates want to know that if they send traffic to you, it's going to convert, right? We've already talked about conversion rates, the number of sales per visitors that you're going to be getting. And then, of course, keep track of the money that you're spending out of pocket on a particular launch. That impacts how much. I mean, if you're spending a certain amount, you want to know how much that translates into new subscribers. How much does that translate into, let's say, if you're doing advertising for affiliates? Keep track of the total number that you're spending on the launch, right? Because you need to, when the profit number that you want to look at is not just the your advertising costs minus your revenue. It really is the entire budget that you spent on the launch. Copywriter, right? Maybe you have had graphics done. Okay, maybe you increased the capacity on your server. Maybe you went and bought images for the sales page. Keep track of the total dollar amount you're spending out of pocket. Did you hire someone to outsource your support to? Total dollar amount is important because you want to understand how much it takes to get the number of sales you're going to get in a launch, right? That's important. You have to, because if you're spending more than you're making, then you've got to do something different, or you've got to increase the amount of sales you're getting for the money you're getting. And so you've got to be able to go back and track that number so that you can determine where you need to improve the numbers you're getting on a launch. Okay, so don't just be happy, right, with making sales. Don't just be happy with making, let's say, enough sales that you can that you can say you made a significant amount of money. Keep track of the money you're spending out of pocket, right? And at some point, you want to increase your return on the investment you're making into a particular launch, right? As you progress as a marketer. Okay, so those are the 8 numbers that you should be tracking, the what and the why. So with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.